Well, this is where I left off, but I think I was streaming on Twitch, this one. I think, yeah. It was a couple of days ago on Twitch. And we were talking about knight d8 96. But I don't know, he would get king c4 in and maybe 97, 95 is something we would like. No, 95 and knight d7. But again, 95, king d4. I don't know. You would like to stop the king from getting to c4 and b5, because then once he takes on a5, it's gonna be tough to expect to beat him. So maybe this check first and then this one, but he gets to c4. Aha, but then I go king c6 and I catch this knight. It could be this. It could be 95 and to get to oppose the king if he gets to d4. Knight d7, king c4, king c6, and then you'll get king b6 and catch this knight. Let's try. So now he wants to get here, so I'm not sure. Knight d7, king f4, knight b6, king g5, knight a4, king g6, knight c3, king h5, knight d5. And then I want to push. If g4, a4, g5, a3. And if knight b4, g6. Aha, I can get on time. Just get knight d5 and I think that works. But it's a very superficial calculation. And now I get king c6, king b6, like I said before. Because knight b6, he might get knight c5 and defends the pawn. Then he'll get my knight, my pawn on a5 attacked, so I don't want to allow him to release his knight. So king c6. Wow. It does work. Let's just check it first. So let's see what happens if he goes after my g-pawn. Knight b6, king g5, knight a4. Aha, knight c5. Oh yeah, that's even cleaner because you take and promote, but... Oh yeah, I'm one move faster. Yeah, for some reason I thought it... I don't know what I thought. I thought this, and then to push. But what's best here? If knight c3, king f5. But then still knight d5 works. Oh, but this time, yeah, the king is close and you have to take care of... Oh, that's a bit deep. King c4 and then push. Yeah, that's tricky. What do I have here? Only a rook and knight down. Nothing special. So first line I'm looking at is rook c1, rook e1 takes ba3. Rook e1, h5. And what is all that? What is all of that? If I take immediately, then what he has. What he has. Maybe rook b1, h5. But I feel like this is the same line. Takes, king h7. Knight f8, king h6, and... I don't see it. But also, what's up with rook c1 first? Rook e1 takes ba3. Rook e1, h5. And he wants to go... I can't stop it. I mean... Unless somehow you get to b3 with the knight. What's the goal of Title Tuesday today? There's no goal. Just do not suck. Do not suck too much. To play good games. Oh, but wait, ba3, I can threaten checkmate. Oops, h5, ba3, rook a3, rook c1. And... But still he is in trouble. Somehow this feels better, but I don't know how to explain what's so bad about this move. CB, hello. No challenges. BA3, knight c5, and if a2. Aha, maybe on BA3 there's just rook e1 and you cover the back rank, so you're fine. So on rook c1 you cannot really do that. Rook e1 takes, ba3, rook e1, h5. Your challenges are great. Well... And do not categorize this under bullying, please. Oh, by the way, I can give a check. I can give a check, and if king g1, knight g3. I have to resort to that, I guess. Because you want to bully me with challenges, I'm bullying you with, well, being myself. So, does knight g3 or... Oh wait, black is a piece down, so... we have to be careful with this. Because there's maybe something like f4 and things are not great. King g1, knight g3, f4. Queen h1, king f2. Queen h2. What is that? I wanted this, but... he takes and goes back to g1, so... not really that impressive. Maybe a draw? I don't know. Bishop g3 and take a draw. Queen h4, king g1. knight g3, f4. Because if you go for something like queen f3 here, knight e2 leads to checkmate because queen h2 comes next, and whatever you do, it's gonna be mate. So this one, king g1. I mean, if I take with the bishop, fg here, I don't see it. Oh, maybe it's something like... I think I see it now. Wait a second. Queen h4, king g1, bishop g3. takes. No, I take that back. I don't see it. No. I missed something. But if I do knight g3 first, and f4, queen h4, king g1, bishop g4 now. Now it's different because I got one extra tempo, I think. No, but I can do this without... Oh yeah, I think I saw the right thing. Wait a second. this knight g3, fg. Well, if fg, then queen g and checkmate. So you have to go for something like f4. So this knight g3, f4, bishop g4. And when the queen moves, you go queen h1, king f2, and queen to h2. Okay, you don't have to move the queen on that same spot where the king has to go. It can go to c2. And then I have problems. Knight g3, f4. This. Okay. Good to know. I don't know. If I go knight f2, I might meet bishop h7. So that won't work. Immediate knight g3. I'm not sure what's wrong with that. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate it. I don't see. I think I'm not looking deeply enough. Queen h4 here, knight g3, f4. Check, king f2, check. King e1, knight f1. And on bishop f1 to give a check on h4, but he's gonna have a coverage like... Oh, he won't have it because I have queen g3 in the end. So that might work. But also a question, why doesn't this work immediately? Tough one. f4. Maybe now you can get... you can get to f2. Yeah, I guess in this position you have to go to g1 and you put yourself in a bad position. Okay, let's try this. And, oh, he does this. But I can go give a check here. Also, so will this one. Yeah, check. King g1 and then knight g3. I hope. Knight g3. f4, and then we have a same situation with f4, queen h1, and so on. So long. So f4. Let's just see if I saw things correctly. Knight f1, yeah. If bishop f1, then check on h4 and bishop g4. Because this is met with queen g3 and he'll pick up on f3 and be an exchange up. Title Tuesday is in about 5.5 hours. This one doesn't look friendly. I would say rook d6 and rook e6, but what do I know? What do I know? What? So, rook d6, and how does he stop? Rook e6, knight c5, but then queen d8, rook f6 doesn't help. What can black do? Rook f4. Well, in that case, rook e6, king f8, queen to e7, and king g8, rook g6. It's a mop. If you go rook f6, I could probably take queen f6, and black is still in danger, because in worst case I can take on e5 and start pushing, but white also has ideas such as rook d1 to get inside, and that's not easy to prevent. So rook d6, yes or no? What do you think? Rook d6. Is there some candidate move that I didn't check? I think any queen move will lead to a disaster quickly. Rook e6, king f7, rook g6, and then go back when he goes back. Oh, but no, wait, rook g6, he can take on b3 and take on g6, so it's not that simple, I guess. But there's rook e7 checkmate, that helps. So rook d6, rook f4, rook e6, yeah, we spoke about this. If king f7, then queen e7 and rook g6, yeah. If king f8, then again queen e7, rook g6 with a double check. Yeah, I guess I can safely play this. Safely. And rook f6 is the move, but I told just take on f6 and be careless. Okay. Wow, this is something different. Do I play knight f4 and win the bishop? Because if he moves to f5, I guess queen e2 is too strong. First, let's see if he can castle queenside. Yeah, he can castle. So if I do something like queen f4, queen d7 might be an answer, and castle queenside. But if I do knight f4 immediately and he does this, Well, he still castles queenside. If I take, he castles and takes my knight because I'm pinned. Oh, but I have queen a5 in the end. Oh, nice touch. Knight a4, knight a6, and does my knight escape? I guess it does, but it's not really clean. Oh no, knight f4, queen d7, knight d3, long castle, queen a5, knight a6, knight g6. Will I survive this? I don't see any other move because if I go knight g6, he will still go queen to d7. If I take queen h6, okay, queen g7, and what's next? I don't really see what's the advantage here for white, but knight f4 forces things much more. If you go to f5, then I can go get some queen e2 and queen h5. So let's say knight f4, bishop f5, queen e2, king e7, queen h5, queen e8, and then I can just slide queen h4. So that's not good. So let's just go with this knight f4 and get over it. Oh, but he does that. Interesting. A little bit disappointing, but not too much. This one. This one, rook f3, but rook f3, knight c7, knight c7, king a7, rook a3, king b6, and now the king has to be caught here somehow. Knight d5, king b5, b4, with a double threat, rook c5 and rook a5, so you have to go b6 maybe, knight c7. Is that... it's not working. It maybe is working. King b4, rook b3, king a5, and in the end you have rook c4 to have rook b5. And there's no... this is easy calculation because there's no branching really. Everything is very forced. Under condition, I didn't visualize something that's not there. But I think I put everything where it is. So rook f3, if b6, Then I give a check, king b7, rook a7, king c8, and now some... Shouldn't be that tough. Bishop d6 maybe, king d8. Shouldn't be easy. Shouldn't be that tough. Probably bishop e7, knight e7, rook c7. One way to win the game, I guess. So what else is left? Rook f3, knight to b4. Rook a3, knight a6. Oh no. So maybe I should go rook c4. But now this other rook is not involved. What to do? What to do? Knight b4, rook a3, knight a6. Hey, Anuk. I don't know what is the... Do I play a3 and stop all of this, or... I mean, I guess he's just screwed, like, once he gets his knight on a6, he can never escape. Like, knight d4, b4, b5, and that should do it really, really easily, so... he does this. Rook a3. The end. So if you go b6, I guess there's knight a6 and at least this. And if you get to b7, if you get to b7, there's rook c7 and with double threat. And this line was interesting as well. So in this position, I thought I could get b4 to have rook c5, and now he cannot stop both rook a5 and rook c5 without playing b6. So now I thought about this, rook b3, and now rook c4 to play rook b5. And you cannot stop this, I guess. True. 109. But what is this? Knight f6, gf6, check. Oh no, not check. But wait, maybe it is a check. Wait a second. Knight f6, gf6, check on a4, b5, queen b4. And you have bishop a3 next. Blah blah, hello. Bishop a3 and rook c1, that's quite an idea. And the bishop is OP. What to do here? I think it's this. And then check and go queen b4. Queen a2, bishop a3, rook a7, rook c1. Easy. And then you make a Luft with h3 just to be sure that your rook can get on the 7th rank, let's say. Yeah, the key here is to just stop black from castling to the king side. I think it's the key. Let's go and let's give a check, because I want to trap this queen somehow, but it's not possible. A2 and d4 hanging simultaneously, so why not push the pawn? Because, well, he might castle queenside maybe, I don't know. Something like, although, no, that's bad. That's very bad. Go here. If I push the pawn, I guess rook d8 would work, or something like that. Or you can take on a2. And if you take back. I'm not sure how to break through here. Although I can give a check and start asking some questions, but feels... King e7. It looks a bit scary, but I think this one is much more dangerous. But wait, b5 here, a5. Take king king f8. You can always play bishop h6 and pick the queen up. Starting with queen h5. Queen takes a2. I mean, immediately, or yeah, you think that? Queen a2 defends it, but I don't know. Yeah, but I think you can castle queenside or do something. I think castle queenside and then attack the deep pawn. I don't know. It looks insufficient. But also on the other hand, like, even if you do that, the king is still exposed. Oh, but wait. I think I made a horrible mistake here. So if I went here, b5, queen b4, I missed that he can just castle queenside and... And I don't have enough. Queen d2, rook d8. Bishop what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one looks... like it should work. Something like bishop f4. No, sorry, bishop e3. Queen a2, rook c1. No. No. Bishop b2. Queen a2. Maybe queen h5 is correct. Or d5. But on d5, I think he can even castle kingside, not worry about getting checkmated. Let's find a way. Bishop b2. Check. Here, castle. Bishop e3. Queen a2, maybe d5. That's a little drastic. Although it might work. It might work. Castle. No, but king can go to b7. That's what bothers me. Wait, this, that. castle. If I go bishop f4, queen d4, rook c1, king b7. I would love me some rook c8 stuff, like rook c1, king b6. No, rook c1, king b7, rook c7, king a8, and then rook c8. But he goes back to b7, and I cannot take because of the back rank. Oh, but I can go. Wait a second. What am I missing out? Castle, bishop f4, queen d4, rook c1, king b7, rook c7, king a8, because if king b6, bishop b3. So king a8. But now checkmate is threatened, so rook c8, king b7. Queen e7. But now the queen doesn't hang anymore, so I'm just gonna go for it and then check it out. But he goes for this. This is much inferior. Bishop a3 and... So this... Yeah, because in this rook c1 and you have way too many threats to deal with. I can go queen d6 first and then rook c8, so you cannot escape. Because I'm still dealing with the back rank issues. So I might have two options to go h3 to once and for all just shut down the ideas of back rank checkmate, or just play queen d6 and rook c8. But I'm wondering about what's up with this. Oh, okay. Bishop e3 and queen e7. Yeah, that's a bitchy move. That's a nice one. Queen e7 with rook c1. Oh god. Now it becomes worse. Okay, rook f1 looks like a logical move. Queen e3 also. And now what do you do? I cannot step on h1 because of knight g3 and I lose an exchange with check. So that's not an option. But I don't think an option is either to go to h2 because of check, and then take on h3. It looks wrong. So I think it's rook f1, queen e3, and rook f2. Keep an eye on f8, and do not lose h3 with any threat, because if he's able to take on h3 with a threat of perpetual or checkmate, then it's not worth it, because king can always escape to h6 in case of a check. But in this one, I feel like black is lost. Rook f1, queen e3, rook f2, and how do you stop? Rook f1, bishop h3, well, I can give a check and then take it, so it's not a problem. And if bishop h3 occurs after queen e3, rook f2, then I can take a rook, and I don't think black has enough. So rook f1. Did I hear what Dubu said about tactics solving in his interview on that podcast? That you don't have to do it, like, or what's the? I think I heard something like that. That you can turn it on when you need it. Or did I mix it up? I don't know. Maybe it's working for him. So no. I think he's being very honest, especially the part about Fabi. You know, if you listen to that part. What do you do? Queen g3, king h7, rook g3, queen f6, e5. Sir Bishop, I'm doing puzzles, so I might be playing against viewers tomorrow. Yeah, I heard Fabi's response. It seems like he was a bit offended, but I wouldn't take that much offense. Yeah, to some extent it's true, but you can see that. I know, I mean, it's hard to measure who is talented, like Nepo or who did they say? MVL or Nep or Nodirbeck, I think. But yeah, that would be tough to measure, but Bobby and anyone, I would say anyone in top 20. I don't know why, but I have the same feeling. Like, and also he's not the first one to say it. Rustam Kasimjanov was the first one to say to mention it. What to do here? Yeah, I would say tactics are the most problematic. The short ones. Because calculation alone was always his forte, so yeah, I guess what that's what playing objective chess will do to you. It will make you a bit of a boring player. Oh, but there's a difference here between Rook G1 and Queen check. What is that? Wait, if I give a check with the Rook, King H8, Queen G. I don't get this. So Queen G4, King somewhere, and then Rook G1, Queen F6, E5, and I guess you go with this check. Queen G3 check. Aha, maybe it's this. Rook G1, King H8, and Rook G6. And if you take it, queen f8, king h7, queen f7, king h8, hg, threaten checkmate on h7, and there's no check on f1 because queen is there on the f file. So by rook g1, you're forcing the king to h7, and now this check has no meaning. Like when you threaten queen with queen g4, queen f6, e5, queen c6. The original point behind this check is to have queen c2 check and get back to h7, but this time it's not gonna happen. So you can just run with the king, and there's no defense by queen h7 once the king steps on the second rank. So I believe we can start with rook g1. Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. Queen f5 and rook g6. Yeah. This queen looks awkward. Like I can get some advantage, like rook bc8, queen d6, and rook e4. But then he's gonna take. I take, takes, rook e8. Not that great. So I guess I gotta take first on. Wait a sec. Wait, rook bc8, queen d6. Aha, bishop d4, bishop b6. That's nice. And then I don't have issues with the back rank, because my rook is not engaged on any of the files. So bishop d4, king h2, let's say bishop b6, queen c2, and then rook c8. Once you eliminate one rook, you'll take on e4. Although I'm again getting pinned, or what's happening? So bishop d4, bishop b6. Well, that's bad because of knight f6. Nobody said anything. They would let me fail. So queen d6. Okay, let's go back to this one. How do you improve pattern recognition? By solving a lot of puzzles. I don't know. There's no elegant solution. Just brute force it. I think that Puzzle Rush is a good way to improve it, like with a lot of repetitions. Rook c8, queen d6, queen d4, knight f2, and what do you do? How to trap the queen? Well, maybe there's bishop f8. Wait a second. Rook c8, queen d6, queen d4, knight f2. Takes. Bishop f8, queen c7. And I would love somehow to not play rook c8, but I guess that's fine because once I unpin, I'm gonna get bishop c5, hopefully. This queen d6, rook e4. Yeah, we spoke about that before. So you can take on b4. And when you take back, you take on c8, bishop c8, rook e8, and then you take a bishop back. So here, queen d4, knight f2. Oh, if only queen f2 worked. Oh, but wait, yes, that's it. Takes and bishop and queen f2. That's the one, right? So yeah, queen d4. Sorry, rook bc8, queen d6, queen d4, knight f2, takes, queen f2, and in worst case for us, we take on d6 with some discover check. Am I hallucinating something, or is this correct? But the question is now, why not? Aha, because I'm not covering a5. So that's why you don't give a check first. Although... I don't know what's wrong. King h2, rook bc8. Yeah, I think it's this to avoid some extra options. Okay, rook bc8. Let's see if I didn't blunder something like knight f6, but I don't think I did. Knight f6, bishop f6. Pretty vanilla. So, if I go here, he might have the extra option of king h2. Oh, but I might want to go first with queen d4 check. Because I... Oh, no. Wait a second. No, actually, in this case, he has to move his queen. Wait. Rook bc8, queen d6, only move. Queen d4. Aha, yes, so that my rook doesn't hang. Yeah, I forgot that queen has to go to d6 and it's not really putting anything in danger. So if I would go queen d4, king h2, I cannot take on e4 anymore. Bishop e4, rook e4. And if I go now with rook c8, I believe there's something... Aha, there's queen b7. And if you take on e4, there's gonna be... Well, rook hangs. So that's not good. And if rook c1, there's knight f6. And that's also quite bad. So, yeah. I think we should do rook bc8 first. And then queen to d4. Because this time, if you... Wait a second, this is still tricky. Wait. Queen d4, king h2. Maybe I could get away with rook bc8. Why is this still so tough? Yeah. Wait, queen d4, king h2. Rook cd8. Aha, maybe I have queen d4, king h2, rook c1, knight f6, and then just king here. Oh, but no. Wait. Yeah, that could work. Because there's checkmate on g7, so you have nothing there. But looks quite scary. Although I think I'm covering everything. Okay. Rook c1. And that's it. Oh. Yeah, so here... Oh, you can take with the queen. Uh-oh. I didn't see that. Yeah, this also works. And now queen d4. Yeah, but this time knight f2. I mean... Wait, don't tell me it doesn't work now. Do not tell me it doesn't work. Ah, it works. But it's not on the radar of Engine. Queen b2 simply. But wait, if this is the best he can do, like king f3 and... Come on. Although he has 2 pawns for a piece. But I would never not go for it. King f3, rook d6, g4. Although I can see where he comes from, like... It does complicate a little bit, but... Wait, this? Bishop d3. Yeah, it gets complicated. Wait. I keep wandering pieces. Oh. This looks like Traxler, or... Almost. It was this opening. So, what do we do here? Rook h6, rook f6, yeah. But why not rook f8 to begin with? What about bishop h3 and queen f2? Queen g7. Here. Oh, but now he takes with check and... It's not great. Rook h2 takes queen f2, king h1, and how do you mate here? On bishop h3, just take it, and king has to go to c6, which always leads to some rook a6 unpleasant stuff. So bishop h3 here. Ah, you cannot take on a7 because queen takes and then queen a1. Oh, that's solid. Solid. So bishop h3, king h1, queen f2, queen g7, king c6, queen g6, king b7, queen a6, king b8, then queen b5, and he starts king c8, queen a6, king d8, and I hope that's over. There's no check on f6, nothing. So if you go to f3, rook f8, king e2, this has to be over. But how queen f7? Yeah. Yeah, let's go for this. Oh, it's rook h6. So you need to get him this way. I don't get this. Maybe the point is not to lose a rook with check, so we can escape to c8. And we have this tandem of queen and bishop in the end. Maybe that's the point. So you can abandon the... The engine says zeros, but... Let's see. Aha, rook f2 is a move. Rook f2, king e1. But I still don't get it. What's... Aha, you don't have this one, maybe. This check is unavailable. So if I go here first, king h... What have I missed? Oh, I missed this. Okay. This is what I missed. Ouch. Whoopsie. Well, that's a good way to finish the dream by a nice tactic. And yeah, I'll see you, I guess, in 4 hours when Title Tuesday will be played. And take care.